Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sports Dungeon. I'm your host, Loren Tepper. The guy that is sitting next to me, you may not know him, but if you have ever been associated with Upwards basketball, you have heard his voice. And let me tell you what, he has a very profound and is very enthusiastic with his voice. And Merrill Pruett, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the Sports Dungeon and here to represent Upwards basketball.
Thank you, Loren. I appreciate the invitation to come by and share with you about Upward.
You got to get a little more loud. You can get louder than that.
Okay.
Ian's okay. He'll take care of the volume side of it for us.
If I match your volume, then
yeah, you'll be fine.
I think we had an offstage comment about my mouth is as big as yours, so I guess I can talk up a little bit.
Yeah. The only thing that would say is that I did get to fill in for you one time this year, and they called to tell you that you could take another week off.
They did. I got to call on my cell phone and said, "Hey, take the next week off as well." So I figured I better get back, or I might be out of a job.
Actually, let me just say this: I was telling my boys and my wife about this that was the funnest time I've had announcing. I mean, I have fun when I'm at basketball games, but this was just. I sat down with the parents. I made jokes about the kids playing, rooting for the kids as they're playing with their parents. I made jokes about people in the concession stand. I had more fun doing it than, the freedom that they were. I was waiting for them to come take the mic from me.
Well, they've actually taken the mic away from me a time or two, and now you can see why I've been doing it for 9 years. And until you came along, I didn't think I had any competition. But I enjoy it.
Well, Merrill, if anybody doesn't know, he's over at Eagle Heights Baptist Church Saturday after Saturday. Been doing it since 9 years, since the program began. And one of the unique things that Upwards does is before every game you announce every player. We come through the tunnel, the smoke's going, and the music's playing, and Merrill's the guy making the announcement.
Tell them, turn out the lights. It's showtime.
That's right. It's great. So tell us about your involvement with it.
Well, actually, I got involved with Upwards I backed into it. I was a last-minute replacement. The guy who was going to do it was unable to after the first game, and they actually told me, you got the job if you want it after the first game. So I guess I sold what I did well. But I've always enjoyed it. I'm kind of an upfront people. People see me, they identify me with Upwards. It's always fun when you go to Walmart and you hear them, "Oh, that's the Upwards dude." And I always try to take that as an opportunity. I'm always trying to encourage and recruit people to get involved with Upwards. I'll ask them, what grade are you in, and are you playing Upwards now? If not, I'll say, hey, can I look for you next year? And I always try to go back and see those faces again, because we've actually graduated a few classes. We start with first grade through sixth grade, and now we're 9 years in the program, so we have 3 graduating classes.
Well, it's funny you say that. My youngest here, Cody, started out on the young team and played for myself, and then played for Mr. Tugau when he was still coaching, was still alive today, and he played with them and played for him and did a great job. And then my boys, my other one, Timothy, started out in the 3rd, 4th grade, and they all went through all the way to 6th grade and played.
Well, it's a legacy program. My kids were in it when it started. And I can remember my youngest, Rachel, who's a senior this year. The coach tried to teach Rachel how to set a pick. She was confusing football with basketball, because to set a pick, she would knock them down and then stand over and say, "I dare you to get up." And then say, Rachel, you're not supposed to move. So she learned from that. So my kids did learn some sportsmanship, thankfully. And I am the only one who's ever gotten a technical in the history of Upwards in the 9 years. I was actually, my other daughter, Grace, was playing, and Kerry Lovis, retired state trooper here. Everybody knows Kerry. It's still a horrible call, Kerry, if you're watching. He made a horrible call, and I had my microphone on, and I didn't think about it. And I was saying, "Oh, man, what a lousy call, Kerry." And he goes, "Timeout, technical, you. Give me the microphone and get outside and cool off." He said, "If you don't go now, I'll catch you later." And when the state trooper says, "I'll catch you later," you know you better listen.
My boys have always said, "Dad, they're going to throw you out of here one of these days."
Your voice does carry, and it's one of those things that I can honestly say over the years, I've always looked to see if you're on that coaching list, because I always enjoy your presence. You liven things up.
And now my boys have graduated from playing, and we coach the team every year. Usually the deal is with Todd and with John Richardson. We take what's left. They'll fill every other parent, and then what's ever left, we'll take the team that doesn't have a coach. We've had a 5th and 6th grade team. We've had 2 3rd and 4th grade teams, right? We've had fun with it. And my boys, really they want to coach basketball, and sometimes it's a little hard for me to want to give it up. Mom's got to remind me, hey, they're here to help you, and I get into it. But the more and more each year they're taking over it, and I take care of the Bible study portion of it, and it works out real well.
Yep. I really do want to take the opportunity to point out legacy. Now you have your children involved with it. My children have come back and worked the concession stand. They've actually done cleanup. My son agreed to referee a game, and we gave him a whistle that wouldn't blow. And he went over halfway through the game before he ever realized it, because Jesse would just smile and watch him play. And he'd never call a foul, And finally he went and complained about the whistle, so it took him half a game to figure it out.
Well, that's better than what I got. This year during the game we were playing, and now my fellow comrades from Kiwanis does the scoreboard and
Carl
the book.
Finkbinder and Bill Huber. And
Huber sits at the table that I do for Kiwanis every week on Monday. It happened to be a game that one of my boys was reffing, and the game was really, really tight, and it was really close. We ended up tying, but we stole the ball with like 5 seconds left, and he made a great call. My son it was the exact call. He did travel. He blew the whistle. But let me tell you what, at Kiwanis, they were saying, you can't even pay your own kid to give you a call, could you?
Couldn't get a break.
So that was okay, though. But I had a little fun with it. And they were, my boys have reffed, I've reffed. It's really been a good experience for us.
It was fun. You mentioned other Kiwanis with Bill Huber and Carl Finkbinder. We actually had Shorty Osier come out and do a game with us where he was, I don't know if he did books I think he started off doing scoreboard, but he was having problems with it, so we put him on books.
Let me say this about Shorty.
We haven't audited him yet.
Yeah. Let me talk about Shorty Osier. My mom watches this show on the internet religiously and says that I need more Shorty Osier. She says he needs his own segment on my show. I'm not going that far, Mom. I'm not going to give Shorty that much that play.
Well, I will say, Shorty, if you're watching,
Yeah.
Okay, he's coming.
Well, he'll come. He comes every year, does the PRCA rodeo, and we look forward to him coming in September and doing that part of the excitement of what goes on. Let's talk a little bit about things. I know that next year is going to be the 10th year. Big plans planned. I know it takes a year-round involvement, planning capabilities to get ready.
It does, and I can honestly say I'm on the bottom of the food chain when it comes to need to know. So they just more or less, I guess as old as I am, they just plug me into the last minute, so I can't say I forgot. I've forgotten anything, but not that I know as far as anything really special. We did this year. We actually expanded out. We had First Baptist holding games, and then us at Eagle Heights, and we had First Presbyterian. And I would say, I miss you older kids. I really miss getting a chance to see them, the families that I've been with for almost 6 years, 5 or 6 years now. And I didn't get to see them, and so I missed you guys. And we did the 3rd and 4th grade only there at Eagle.
But it made sense because of the size of the gym floors.
Exactly.
We've talked about this in the past. The 5th and 6th grade playing at Eagle Heights, the short way, halfway, it was really becoming too crowded, too tight. It made sense to go to First Presbyterian, let them play full court, and then play 3rd and 4th grade. We're a little bit more, always at Eagle Heights, and the 1st and 2nd graders over at the smaller floor over at First Baptist.
We are blessed that they were willing to participate, wanted to come on board and join us and host the games. And I want to say thank you to Faith Assembly. They have always opened their doors to cheerleading practice. That is one of the best things that we ever did.
It's great at cheerleading.
And I always tell them cheerleaders the first few games, the last couple of games, I get to do cheers with you.
I did it with them. They were laughing.
Yeah, I'll tell you, 57 years old and trying to do it was so much fun.
I've done cheerleading on this show.
That's good.
I have embarrassed myself on here with other cheerleaders.
Well, you and I have more in common than being able to talk a lot then. Well, I enjoyed that too.
That works. Well, Merrill, we appreciate you coming by, and we look forward to next year. We're going to take a short break. We come back. We're going to have my team, the Lakers, and my boys here, and I promise I won't embarrass anybody except myself. We'll be right back.